Tell me if you've heard this one before. It's Monday night and you know what that means. SNL.
Tell me if you've heard this one before.
Yeah, it's back on there, look. SNL is back for the new year, 2022, and it wouldn't be SNL without Formula X, and Season 4 of this championship sees a lot of changes. We have moved away from the Red Bull X Standard 2014, and we are going Super Formula. And this season, we've got a full grid of 16 cars and the long-awaited debut of Sauber. So without further ado, let's have a look at this grid. This grid is determined by the previous 3 results for drivers in Formula X and then is reversed. And he no longer is the team principal at Red Bull. He is a driver. Flashman, former Williams team principal, has moved to the Austrian outfit to take over running of them. So Jokas on pole. In second place in the beautiful black and pink Aston Martin livery, it is former GT racer YOLO, and he joins Pat at the British outfit. Third place is Noxie for Williams, rejoining the team that he won in Season 2 with, and Jim is the team principal there. In fourth place, our brand new team Sauber with GT87 Cinemod driving for them. Next on the grid, we have another Formula Race winner. It is Digital Blasphemy driving for Williams. Next on the grid, joining Mika at Alpine, is Paleshi, former race winner with Williams in Season 2. Making his debut in SNL, it is Illusion, and Gazman, the team principal, has been very pleased by the speed shown by this Ferrari driver. GT87 Slippy is the team principal at Sauber, and he has picked Bunnies to join GT87 Cinemod with the Swiss outfit. Making his return to Formula X, it is in Tulu. He rejoins Ferrari after a successful campaign in Season 1 with the Scuderia. Second place in the championship last season, now SNL Wolfbane. It is his chance to go for the title with the British outfit. Aston Martin and Pat will be hoping for great things for his star signing. Making his debut in Formula X, it is Cool Duboy, and he is joining Endurance Nut at the Silver Arrows. Fourth place in the championship last season, SNL Daz joins Red Bull to lead their attack. Can he get that long-awaited win this season? Making his Formula X debut, it is Rob on drums, Porsche Cup Season 1 champion. Joins the team champions McLaren, and he will be hoping to please new boss GT87 Tiger. Tiny Terror joins Paleshi and Mika at Alpine, makes his debut in Sunday Night League. And then at the back we have 2 champions. We have got SNL Jam, who won the recent Touring Car Championship. He joins Endurance Nuts Mercedes team. And at the back of the grid, it is the defending champion joining the championship winning team of McLaren. He made the jump from Williams. It is Matt Psycho. There are 2 tyre manufacturers in this championship, Bridgestone and Michelin. Bridgestone have brought the super soft tyres and the mediums, whilst Michelin have brought the super softs and the softs. Both tyres must be used by each driver for the respective manufacturer. Let's have a look at the grid then, just see who's on what tyres to start this race. So you can see super soft tyres for everyone, soft for Cinemod, mediums for Illusion, Bunnies is on the softs, mediums for Wolfbane, softs for Rob on drums, and softs for Jam and Matt Psycho. So thank you for bearing with us here, and good evening to everybody that's watching. Deja vu for quite a few of you. Yuckas in pole then for Red Bull. Let's get Season 4 of Formula X ready and waiting here at Dragon Trail. 35 laps of this impressive circuit. Yuckas on pole position right now for Red Bull. And go. Yokas, a poor start by Yolo. And second place is Noxie. Yolo is already down into fourth place. And Noxie is having a look into turn one. He's having a look at Yokas. And he cannot make the position. Look at all 16 cars. And Illusion already is up into fourth place. He's up into third place. We would go back and have a look, but we've been having issues in the background. Oh, in the background, I've just seen an issue for Wolfbane. He got onto the power coming out of the chicane, but Yokas leading. Noxie is defending against Illusion, but Illusion manages to get past. So Noxie in third place, fourth place is Cinnamon, fifth is Palashi, sixth is Bunnies. Bunnies going round the outside. Fantastic move for Bunnies. Digital Racer in seventh place, but in Tulu. Oh, saw car going off. That was Daz getting squeezed off and hitting the wall through the fast S's whilst his teammate leads this race for Red Bull. He's got Illusion in second place for Ferrari. Third is Noxie. Fourth is Cinnamon. Fifth is Palashi. Sixth is Bunnies. Seventh is Into. Eighth is Matt Psycho. Ninth place is Digital Blasphemy. Tiny Terror under attack with Cool Dubois. Tiny Terror trying to get through. Oh, he's hit the death chicane and drops down to 15th place. Yokas, though, he's going wide into the final corner. He's got Illusion in second place. That's saying that doesn't get any easier to watch as Illusion presses the overtake button. This is new for Season 4. These cars have overtake. Fuel, Illusion takes the lead, though, for Ferrari. Gazman will be very happy with this as Yokas is in second place. Cinnamon is in third. He is fighting hard with Noxie. He's got himself into third place because Noxie was ahead of him. Let's have a look. Yokas right now in second place in... Oh, it's one wide. He's one wide and he's gone off. He's spun round. Yokas has spun round in his Red Bull. He gets overtaken by the second Ferrari of Intulu. Yokas in sixth place and seventh place. Bunnies having a look up the inside into the fast S's. Great move by Bunnies in the Sauber. Yokas in seventh. Eighth place is Matt Psycho right now. He'll be very happy. He's starting 16th on the grid and he's now up into eighth. Remember to like, share and subscribe this video if you want to see more actions at the Sunday Night League. Got Cool Dubois right now in ninth place. Bunnies sliding ahead of him. Bunnies is under attack now from Cool Dubois, who goes up the inside through the fast S's into the death chicane and makes the move. Fantastic. We've got Digital Racer there in 10th place in the Williams. And we've got Jam there in 11th. But Bunnies having a look up the inside right now of Cool Dubois in the Mercedes. Bunnies, though, is stuck in the gravel. Cool Dubois has gone off the racetrack, though. So he's lost the position now to Bunnies. Let's go back to the front because Paleshi has made himself get up into second place. Dare I go backwards on this replay? Wow, look at this. 4 cars are fighting for second place right now. Cinnamon fighting with Paleshi. Paleshi using the overtake button to try and gain an advantage. We can see from Intulu what is happening. Let's go on board with the Ferrari driver right now. He's in 4th. He's got ahead of Noxie as we go into the chicanes. So, in Tulu, he's having a look at Cinema, but can't make the move as Paleshi is there. And in our mirror, on the left-hand side, you could just see Noxie making himself big in the mirrors. We've got further than we've ever got before. Dare we curse it? I don't want to. Illusion is in first place, though, for Ferrari. Set the fastest lap of 122.9. He's on medium tyres, may I remind you. A 123.9 by Paleshi on Super Soft. He's a second slower than Illusion right now. Illusion is flying in the lead. How much fuel does Illusion have? He's only got a quarter of the tank. So Paleshi actually has more fuel. So does Cinnamon. And so does Intulu. So possibly more overtake being used by Illusion than his rivals. Noxie right now in 5th place. 6th is Matt Psycho. 7th is Cool Dubois. 8th is Bunny. 9th is Jam. So we've got a big battle happening here. Jam in 9th there right now. So we've got the Mercedes drivers. 10th place is Digital Blasphemy. We've got Wolfbane, who's recovering from his earlier spin in that pink and black Aston Martin. He's up into 11th place. Yolo, his teammate, is in 12th. 13th is Tiny Terror. 14th is Rob on drums. 15th now is Yokas. Yokas has had a shocking lap. At some point, he's dropped way down the order, and it's a Red Bull 15-16. Flashman will not be happy to see this right now, but Gasman will be incredibly happy to see that Illusion is leading this race. He's unchallenged right now. He's about 3 seconds up the road from Paleshi. 1:23.3 by Paleshi. 1:23.1 by Illusion. So the times are roughly similar. We're still getting the years, says Miga, so we might have a trouble maybe with this Alpine one. So the liveries are all classic liveries for their cars. And Tulu's got himself into 4th place. Let's have a look and see. He's fighting though still with Cinemod. So he is into 3rd now. So Ferrari 1-3 right now. All these cars have different weights. Matt Psycho's got himself into 5th place. That's impressive. See if we can go back a sec. So he has got Noxie in the Williams ahead of him as Matt Psycho goes up the inside and makes the move stick. Soft tyres on Matt Psycho. He's currently up into 5th. He'll be happy with that on lap number 4. He started down in 16th place. He's made his way up into 5th place now. We've got Noxie in 6th. We've got Cool Dubois in 7th. We've got 8th place is Buddies. 9th is Jam. 10th is Wolfbane now. He's got ahead of Tiny Terror. Tiny Terror though, using the overtake button. Can he make the move on the Aston Martin? The Alpine on the inside into the final corner. Yes, he does. Nice move there by Tiny Terror. Now Wolfbane is making an incredibly early stop. Wolfbane into the pits then for Aston Martin, the first stop of the season, getting rid of those medium tyres. Bridgestone running the mediums, so mediums on Illusion. Illusion though running 1:23, he's dead. Paleshi there, driving the Alpine in 2nd place. Looking pretty strong actually. In Tulu there in 3rd. What we've found with these cars, they are tricky in the slipstream. They're getting an incredible advantage by getting the slipstream. But then the turbulence through the fast corners is pretty poor. They're not as twitchy as the former Formula X cars though, so a lot easier to drive. A lot of drivers saying they can push the limit a lot more and trust that it's going to work, as Noxie, he's got the attentions of Cool Duty Boy, who's having a good race at the moment. 7th place in the Mercedes. He's ahead of... Oh no! Bunnies has hit the wall in the death chicane, so let's go on board with the Sauber driver. Bunnies will not want to see this right now, but Bunnies in 8th place. And he just got too greedy, I think. Turn left, yes he does, he gets too greedy and hits the wall. Oh, it's easily done. You have to attack the death chicane and it will bite you. And now he's got to defend. Tiny Terror just takes candy from the baby there. Bunnies has nothing that he can do. YOLO is 11th place, 12th is Rob on drums in the other McLaren. Yokas is in 13th, 14th is Daz. Digital Basbury, what happened to him? A 35.5 for him? Did he stop? No, he didn't stop, I don't think. He's just had a poor lap. Get back on the pace now. So a poor lap for Digital. Yokas under attack from Tiny Terror, I think that was. Illusion though leading this race for Ferrari, 1:22.5. Again, medium tyres, Illusion. This is looking ominous for the championship. But there's a development race going on, so anybody can catch up with Ferrari right now. In Tulu though, attacking Paleshi, going down the hill into the right-hander. Can he get him onto the exit? If he uses a bit of overtake, he might. He's doing the overtake and he's got past Paleshi. It is now a Ferrari 1-2. Gatsman will be happy watching this at home in his Scottish mansion. Paleshi there in 3rd place. Good start though, back at the front of the grid, although he's going quite slow. What on earth has happened there for Paleshi? It's like it got stuck in gear. And Cinemod and Matt Psycho have passed him with ease. What on earth happened there with Paleshi? Let's just have a check. Let's go on board with Paleshi. So, just a scrape of the wall, and then he changed up into 6th automatically, I think. And that bogged him down. And he couldn't get the power. And he's dropped down into 5th place. Cool Dude Boy is in 6th. 7th is Jam. He's got past Noxie as well. So Noxie there. Paleshi said his TV went into standby mode. That's no good. That makes sense why he couldn't see what was going. What a place for it to go off as well. The Death Chicane. Tiny Terror, his teammate, currently 9th place right now in the Alpine. He'll be happy with this right now. 9th place. He's got Bunnies ahead of behind him. Bunnies in 10th. Bunnies had a bit of an accident through the Death Chicane. YOLO in 11th. There's so many drivers in this race. 16 drivers, lap number 7. Illusion, though, does not have the fastest lap, interestingly enough. So Illusion in the Ferrari, leading the race. 2nd place is Intuli in the Ferrari as well. So Ferrari never had a 1-2 in Formula X for a team. Matt Psycho up into 3rd place now. And he's got Cinnamod in 4th. Paleshi in 5th. Following, Paleshi going for a move, forcing his way past, possibly. No! Cinnamod saying, no, you're not having that position from me. I know it's early 2010s with Salva, but I forget what year, says Mika. Okay, so there is the Salva of Cinnamod. Oh, wow-wee! Paleshi just makes a move there. He says, I can see that position, and I just want it. Paleshi on board then, with the Alpine driver. He has won races before. It's been a while, as I say, since he's won a race, and it just goes for it. A fantastic move. Goes up the inside of Cinnamod, so Cinnamod has got to get back in the slipstream, but Paleshi is using a lot of his overtake. He's only got a quarter left, and he's only done 8 laps. He's trying to get away from Cinnamod, who is in 5th. 2012, says Matt Psycho, for this livery. Jam is up into 6th place for Mercedes, so the Mercedes boys are catching up this battle for 4th place. So Paleshi right now in 4th, 5th is Cinnamod, 6th is Jam in the Mercedes, 7th is his teammate Cool Dude Boy. Let's follow these cars going through the S's then. Paleshi, Cinnamod is under attack though from Jam, so Jam is in a good position right now. He's up the backside of the Sauber driver, so Cinnamod, what will he do going into the right-hander? He's run wide! He's run wide and... oh no! Cinnamod! No! He ran wide and he spun it round! Oh, Cinnamod! What a shame! Illusion leading the race for Ferrari though. He goes into the 9th lap. He's leading, setting 1:23.1s now, so not as fast as he was going before. He's only got just over a quarter of a tank left. His teammate Intulu, just under half a tank. So this is something with the overtake button. You can see Illusion's used a quarter of it. Intulu not using much at all. The overtake button is there for you to use, but it does burn fuel. So it's finding that happy medium. 4th place Paleshi, he's nearly used all his overtake. He's got red light on top of his car. You can see the green light on Matt Psycho, currently in 3rd place in the McLaren. And the 4th, and Jam and Cool Dude Boy are having a fight, so the Mercedes are fighting. There's a tradition of the Mercedes drivers fighting in Formula X. We never used to see it, but trust me, it happened. So we've got Cool Dude Boy and Jam having a bit of a fight. Jam locking up a little bit, leaving it a little bit late, running wide. Cool Dude Boy always look the same to me, says Mika. There's something special about this season's Ferrari though. It's a special Ferrari from a special year. As we see these Mercedes, they're having a proper scrap right now for 5th place. They can drive together. Jam again braking a lot later than Cool Dude Boy and pulling away slightly. As Cool Dude Boy trying to use his overtake to try and get back on the grid, on the back of his teammate. Noxie right now is in 7th place, just under half a tank of fuel, so it's just used over half a tank. Bunny's in 8th, used a bit more fuel. Tiny Terror in 9th place, a quarter of a tank right now. looking good. 10th place is YOLO. Daz is in 11th. He's having to defend against Cinnamon. These two drivers have had some bad luck in this race. Daz couldn't do much about his crash. He got hit out of the way. 2019 for Ferrari, says Matt Psycho. I know who has fastest lap, says Wolfbane. There he is. In pink, setting purples. Everybody likes a bit of purple. Wolfbane in 13th place right now, though. So, it's not currently going well for the Aston Martin driver, but he's off sync with everybody else. He's already stopped on lap number 4. Illusion, though, entering lap 10. He's just set the fastest lap, so he's risen to the challenge set by Wolfbane, and he set it on medium tyres. What an impressive race. In fact, he's already got about a 10-second lead to his teammate in Tulu. So 10 seconds right now is the gap between Illusion and his teammate. Then we've got about a 5-second lap gap between Matt Psycho and in Tulu. We've got Paleshi in 4th place. Driving very well right now in 11 laps into this race. This is the 11th lap. We've got Jam in 5th. So Jam's not used any of his overtake right now, but he's got a lot less fuel than everybody else around him. Jam obviously not using the fuel very well. Possibly. Yeah, not changing up early enough, it would seem, Jam. So Cool Dude Boy in 6th place. 7th place is Bunnies in the Sauber. 8th place is Noxie in the Williams. Just locking up slightly into the right-hander. So as I say, Noxie won for Williams in Season 2. He's back with Williams after a difficult season, shall we say, at Aston Martin. Tiny Terror joining Alpine the first time since Season 1. Alpine have been able to say they've got 2 cars in this opening race. Season 2 they did have 2 cars, but they quit after about 8 laps and vanished forever, never to be seen again. So Alpine are just happy to have 2 cars out there, I think. And YOLO is in the pits, so he's joining his teammate at Aston Martin and stopping for them. So Yokas pit. So Yokas hasn't stopped yet. He's on the super soft tyres. So Yokas moves up a place. Mika saying, "Don't remind me." And Illusion will have to pit this lap. He's got no fuel left. We've got Intulu in 2nd place. We've got Matt Psycho in 3rd. So they've got more fuel. Paleshi in 4th. Jam is going to have to pit as well. Jam is all over the back of Paleshi. Finding it very strange. Oh, kicking up the dust. Here's Jam following Paleshi. Very strange following an Alpine not being in one. For the former Alpine driver. He won the last Formula X race. He's got a good chance though, but he has to pit. As we see, Intulu has pitted, and so has his teammate Illusion. So both drivers are pitting. Illusion will get rid of those medium tyres and get onto the super softs. Everybody else, so Matt Psycho, the champion from Season 3, takes the lead of this race from McLaren. I'm pretty sure this won't be the only time he does it. It's a bit like a classic season in the development right now is possibly favouring Ferrari, but McLaren will be hoping to catch up in the season to come. Matt Psycho will just have to try and limit the damage. He did a 1:23.3. Illusion, who's coming out the pits, has done a 1:22.2. So he's 1.1 seconds quicker than Matt Psycho, but they've used similar amounts of overtake, but that Ferrari right now looking very strong, although the gap between Illusion and Intulu is definitely closed up. So I don't know why that has closed up so much. Digital Blasphemy in 10th place for Williams right now. He's got a quarter of a tank left. If we compare that to everyone else who's running out of fuel, that's impressive that Digital's trying to make this a one-stop, is he? As where is his teammate, Noxy? I've lost Noxy. Noxy, I've lost you. There he is, in 5th. Oh no, Noxy! Not a time for me to find you. Has got just under a quarter of a tank. He just made a mistake in the final corner. Everybody else is coming in. Cool Dude Boy is in the pits. There he is in the Mercedes. There's the McLaren of Matt Psycho. And here is the Alpine of Paleshi. Is Paleshi still using his Michael Schumacher helmet? Bunnies takes the lead though for Sauber. Sauber leading a race in Formula X, their debut race. And Sauber now take the lead. He's going to have to stop this lap. Noxy in second, but he's got Wolfbane right behind him. Wolfbane's going to have to stop this lap though. Mika saying fuel could last 18 laps with good fuel saving here. Okay, but would it be quicker? As we can see Wolfbane in the Aston Martin now harassing Noxy. Can he make the move up the inside? This has been a popular move. Can he get it done? Yes, he can. Noxy down into 3rd place, but there's Illusion, the virtual race leader right now. So he is lapping a little bit slower actually than his laps on the medium tyres. He's got to make these super softs last though. The super softs not liking this track as much maybe as the medium tyre. As Intulu is on the mediums right now, but Bunnies in the Sauber comes into the pits. So brilliant strategy for Bunnies. He's led a lap. Slower laps versus one less pit stop, says Mika. Yes, that's how it works with fuel saving, but will it be worth the risk? Because Noxy right now has got to lap 15. He's going to have to stop this lap. Illusion is second, Intulu third, 4th is Matt Psycho, 5th is Digital Blasphemy, who has not stopped right now. He's not stopped, so he could bring himself into play with some strategy right now. He's got a quarter of a tank. We've got Jam right now in 6th place, fighting with Paleshi. So Paleshi all over the back. He's got no overtake left though. Nothing left. You can see he has not got his light on. So that tells you that Paleshi has no overtake left. I don't think Jam's used any. No, Jam has not used any. So Paleshi right now in 7th place. With Cool Do Boy in the other Mercedes. He's used a little bit of his overtake in 8th. 9th place is Bunnies, dropping then down to 9th from the lead. And Daz has made himself up into 10th place, which, I mean, now with 16 cars on the grid, that is impressive. Noxy pitting then for Williams. He's making his first stop. Those front tyres are not happy as Noxy comes into the pit for Williams right now. So Bridgestone tyres off. Let's see what he does. Does he bring on the medium tyres? Nice William livery on the helmet there, Noxy. Very nice. Illusion retakes the lead then in the Ferraris. Already. What is his gap? He's about 6-second gap to Intulu. So actually, Intulu's caught up, I think, to his teammate in the pit stops. Yeah, a 1:59.5 for Illusion after his stop, and a 1:51. So that is where Intulu has made the pace up. So it would seem that Illusion's quick, but he does make a mistake or two. But he's absolutely flying right now. He's setting purples again. Let's go on board with the Ferrari driver. So it's going 166 on the exit of the Death Chicane. Going round the final corner. He's braking around the 45-metre mark. Fantastic braking for Illusion. And does he set the purple lap? Yes, he does. He does a 1:21.8 in the Ferrari. Intulu there is in 2nd place. 1:23.2. Matt Psycho sets his fastest lap. of 1:23.2. So it's 1.5 seconds off the pace of Illusion right now as Matt Psycho, but it's on the soft tyres. So Matt Psycho goes back onto the softs, as well as Paleshi and Jam are really fighting with each other. Let's maybe have a watch of this, because this is crazy. In fact, Paleshi is there. Jam round the outside of Paleshi, but Paleshi keeping the position as Jam goes up the inside of Paleshi in the Alpine. So Jam having a real fight now with Paleshi. He's got Digital Blasphemy in 6th place. Digital has to pit this lap. He cannot do another lap, but lap 17, what can he do? A short pit stop here? That would put him into play. Or does he go for the rest of the race on medium tyres? That's the conundrum that Digital Blasphemy faces. But Paleshi right now chasing down Jam. Oh no! There's a touch! Jam! And Jam! Oh no! And then Jam lights up the tyres! Oh! Jam down into 8th place now. Illusion 2nd, Intulu 3rd. So Jam really, it's all going so well, and now he's losing positions. He's got Daz looking up the inside of him. There goes Daz up into 8th place. So Jam won't be happy with that. Let's go on board with Jam in the Mercedes as he goes through. Oh, Paleshi just sees him at the last moment. So Jam trying to have a go at Daz, but can't make the move. Going through the chicane. So Jam now down into 8th place. Illusion is leading this race. Lovely lead now. About 10 seconds for Illusion. He's using that overtake button. He's setting purple times. So Illusion right now doing a fantastic job in this car. Matt Psycho, though, 3rd place. I think if you get offered him 3rd place at the beginning of this race, I think he'd have taken this. Of course, he will want to have the win. Cool Dude Boy, though, 4th place right now in the Mercedes. Fantastic position on his debut in Formula X. He's got Bunnies, though, right behind him in the Sauber. Let's go on board with the Sauber driver, because he could make a move into the final corner. You can see the Mercedes driver. Oh, they're doing a bit of bump drafting right now. Are they working together? Thinking, can we catch Matt Psycho up? I wonder. Digital Blasphemy? 6th place? There he goes, into the pits. How much fuel does Digital have left? He's got 1%, it says. By arm off, says Matt Psycho. If I'd offered 3rd place to you, yes. I think you were very happy with that. If I'd offered you that to the beginning, he'd bite my arm off, he said. So Digital Blasphemy into the pits then, so he's dropped down to 13th place. Okay, so we'll see where that goes. Oh, there's a little bit of bleed on that car, I've noticed. A little bit of bleed on the side pods. So here's the Ferrari drive of Illusion. Could do the rear wing. I'm getting really critical of liveries here. Of that Ferrari, I suppose. Turn that white. And then put the Marlboro livery on the back of it. But right now, nobody sees that, because he's all on his own at the front of this grid with 1:21.2. He's absolutely flying. Consistency, though. I wonder if he just uses the battery power, or uses the boost power, should I say, not the battery, and just charges it up and goes for it every so often, just to scare everybody off. And Tulu, though, lapping pretty consistently, 1:23.2s. Yes. Matt Psycho, 1:23.1s. So Matt Psycho lapping about the same as in Tulu. So Matt Psycho showing that he's quick in that McLaren. There's a reason he's a champion. And despite the change in the car, he's still there fighting for the top positions. Bunnies is in 4th now. Cool Dude Boy is all on his own. What on earth has happened to Cool Dude Boy? Let's have a look. So Cool Dude Boy think has possibly had an issue. 129.1 in fact. Oh, a little touch there by Daz and sent him into the gravel. So Daz holding back though, nice to see, as then we see everybody else catching up, and Wolfbane gets up into 6th place, and we've got Paleshi there as well. Paleshi having a fight as everybody's fighting with each other right now. Oh my word, Paleshi is 8th, 7th is Daz. Can we press the right buttons? No, we can't. There we go, there is Daz. Paleshi now up into 7th. And Cool Duboy is under attack from Wolfbane. So these 4 drivers right now, incredibly close. In fact, 5 drivers, because I think that's Jam. Yes, that's Jam having a look at Daz going into the right-hander. So Cool Duboy 5th, 6th is Wolfbane, 7th Paleshi, 8th is Daz, 9th is Jam. As they all go through the death chicane. Oh, Wolfbane is looking. He's using the overtake button. Can he get the move done on Cool Duboy in the Mercedes? The Aston Martin goes up the inside of the final corner. Fantastic move, but Paleshi now in a strong position. Let's go on board with the Alpine driver in 7th place. He's looking at 6th. Cool Duboy in the Mercedes is ahead of us. As we go through the right-hander. Oh, it's old. Oh, a little bit of a touch there from Paleshi. But Cool Duboy's got past Wolfbane. Fantastic move. Let's see that. Again, so Cool Duboy goes up the inside of Wolfbane and makes the move. He just stays on the circuit. Gets himself into 5th place, climbs the curb, but then Wolfbane is having a look. This is a fantastic scrap right now for 5th place. We've got 5 drivers in this fight, because there in 9th place is Jam. Let's go on board with the Mercedes driver. This is his view of the battle ahead, so you can see the 4 cars ahead. As we go through the corners, Jam has got a chance on Paleshi. He's also gone for the soft tyres again. So super softs are not the choice as Paleshi. Oh, Daz has made a fantastic move. Daz, on board with the Red Bull driver, goes through the gap. What a move by Daz. Ah, that's amazing. That's Cool Duboy. Then in 6th place. Oh, that's just got himself through again. What on earth are they doing? They're fighting each other. And Jam is stuck in a traffic jam between Wolfbane and Paleshi. Oh, guys, this is not for the lead. This is for 5th. Paleshi now down into 9th place. Jam into 8th. 7th is Wolfbane. Jam having to use the slipstream of Wolfbane as Cool Duboy is now fighting against Daz. Daz going up the inside of Cool Duboy in the Mercedes. Fantastic battling going on with these drivers. As I said, this is for 5th place. And they're fighting as if it is for the lead of the championship. Cool Duboy is there in 6th in the Mercedes. Wolfbane is in 7th. Apologies if there were other battles going on. Jam has got past Paleshi, it looks like. Wolfbane in 7th. Oh! Crumbs! How on earth did Cool Duboy keep his car pointing forwards then? Let's go on board with Cool Duboy. He's got the Aston Martin on the right hand side. There's a big hit. Just kept his foot in. There you go. Any doubt, just keep your foot in. That's how you defend the position and don't spin. Going through the S's then. Oh, the car is sliding everywhere though. There's Jam in 7th, looking at his teammate, fighting with Wolfbane. Wolfbane then gets past. And Cool Duboy 7th place. 8th is Jam right now. He's got Paleshi though attacking him. Paleshi in 9th. Go through the S's. You can see how they're struggling sometimes with the power. Through the corners, the slipstream and the issues of the turbulence happening for these drivers. Jam and Cool Duboy right now. Again, we've seen these drivers fighting earlier in this race. So Jam and Cool Duboy right now. looking at 7th place. He's jammed to go with number 7 on his car, maybe. Can he get past? No, he can't, but there's Paleshi. Paleshi just taps Jam. Now. What happens here? Paleshi in 8th place, 9th place. Just a small touch maybe with Jam? Possibly. Paleshi there in 8th place. And up the inside of Cool Duboy. So he's made 2 positions on the Mercedes drivers. Has Paleshi. Daz has got Wolfbane though, showing everything. Daz has to pit though this lap. Apologies everybody if you want to see what's happening in the race elsewhere. Here is Illusion. He's leading. He's got to pit this lap though. His light is flashing to show that he has to pit. Ooh, big gap. Now between him and Intulu. Intulu coming into the pits actually, deciding to get rid of those medium tyres early. So he's got a bit of fuel in the tank. Says, right, I am getting rid of these. I don't want them anymore. There is Bunnies in the Sauber having a nice race now. Remember early on in this race he hit the Dev Chicane, dropped down the field. He's now made himself back into 3rd place. He's setting some nice times as well. 1:23.2 for Bunnies in the Sauber, looking good. 4th place then now is Wolfbane on his own. 2nd is Matt Psycho in the McLaren. So the gap between him and Illusion is about 20 seconds. Just about. So hopefully this race will start to calm down a little bit. There is Jam. Jam's had an issue, has he? Possibly not, as we got Intulu. Intulu's ended up back in this Paleshi Mercedes battle. This is not where he wants to be. Intulu, get yourself out of this battle. Dan, Paleshi is saying didn't touch, question mark. Do not know what happened, to be honest, Paleshi. Intulu there in 7th place. He's not gone to the stewards. Cool Duboy in 7th place. Intulu though getting through these cars now. So Paleshi defending against the Ferrari as much as he can. He's defending very hard. As Cool Duboy is also getting the advantage of the slipstream. Cool Duboy trying to make the move actually into the final corner. Oh, and Paleshi, what happened there? Intulu, let's go on board with Intulu on the outside then, going around the outside, so he's not ahead, and then just hits the curb. Does well to hold on to that then, as we see both Mercedes pitting. So both Mercedes are pitting. Tiny Terror in 9th, now into 7th in the Alpine, so having a quiet race, but 7th place for Alpine right now for Tiny Terror on his debut. 8th place is Cinnamon in the other Sauber, so just under a quarter of his boost left. You can see the red light on top of the car. Noxie in 9th place. He's not used much of his boost at all. Daz is in 10th, so Cool Duboy coming out of the pits. And crucially, he's ahead of Daz in 11th. And Jam in 12th. He's on the super soft tyres. Digital Blasphemy in 13th on those medium tyres. He's just stayed there, hasn't he? He must have filled up with fuel. He did on lap 18. And he's going to do the rest of the race, it would seem, on the medium tyres. 14th place then is YOLO in the Aston Martin. 15th place is Rob on drums in the McLaren. He's close to YOLO actually. So they're having a good little fight between the two of them. They've fought each other so much in SNL, these two drivers, over the seasons in Porsches and also in touring cars. And Yokas is in 16th place right now. He's got less than a quarter of his boost set, but Matt Psycho coming out of the pits then. Crucially, he is behind Paleshi and Intulu, but the gap to Intulu has really closed up. So Paleshi and the Mercedes have really held up in Tulu in his quest to defend his position to Matt Psycho. You can see Matt Psycho in the McLaren behind in Tulu. Just there, coming out of the corner with the right-hander. But Illusion, that gap gained about 21 seconds. So Illusion is leading this race. In Tulu there in second for Ferrari. 1-2 for Ferrari then. But it is under threat. Paleschi hasn't stopped yet. He will have to stop this lap though. He has running red on his fuel. Matt Psycho there. Super soft tyres. He'll be pushing. You can see in Tulu. Fifth place is Bunnies. He's having a battle with his teammate. But Cinnamod actually has got less fuel, so Cinnamod is actually going to pit this lap. So Sauber 5th and 6th though. Slippy will be happy with this. His Saubers are looking quick with Bunnies, and Cinnamod was up there as well, but he had a bit of bad luck. In fact, quite a lot of drivers could say this in this race. If not for a bit of luck, I would have had a great result, I think. 7th place is Wolfbane. He's going to pull himself back into the fight, isn't he? 7th place, but he's got two cars pitting in front of him, Paleschi and Cinnamod. So he's gone a little bit different with his strategy. He's done an extra stop to everybody else. He's done a 3-stopper. And yet we've seen a 1-stopper from the Williams duo. So Cool Dude Boy now in 6th place. 7th is Daz. 8th is Paleschi. So he's got back ahead of Jam. Oh, but he's made a mistake. Can Jam get round the outside of Paleschi? Oh, a little bit of a touch. And yes, Jam gets himself into 8th place, but he's got Paleschi having a look. Up the inside, Jam says, no, you do not. You are staying there in 9th place, but Paleschi says, I will follow you through the S's. We'll see how this goes. Because this is where they had a little bit of a touch earlier in the race when they were fighting for 4th place. It's now a fight for 8th. So Jam right now defending the position slightly. Now Paleschi stays in place. Digital Blasphemy in 10th place. He is being caught up actually by his teammate Noxie in the Williams, who's actually got Cinnamod going up the inside. Cinnamod, brilliant little move. His right-hander proving popular for overtakes. So Noxie there in the Williams. Time Terror now in 13th place for Alpine. We have only got 7 laps to go for Illusion. He's nearly out of overtake. Again, you can see he's about a second off, 8 tenths of a second off his fastest lap, but his fastest lap I'm pretty sure was done with the boost. Really going for it. He's got brand new tyres, so he did a stop lap 24 he stopped. So doing an 11 lap stint at the end of this race. So about a second off his ultimate pace. As in Tulu, right now 122.6, 122.3 for Illusion. So Illusion's ultimate pace is very quick, but then use your illusion, says Matt Psycho. I think that's maybe a joke, I don't know. It's not as funny as my previous joke. If you missed that, what is a pirate's favourite letter of the alphabet? Bunnies in 4th place. He's driving brilliantly for Sauber right now. The 99 car as well, Adrian Sutil. He didn't drive that Sauber, that livery. No, Wolfbane, it's not C. It's not C. It's P, because otherwise he'd be irate. There you go. All the funniest jokes here at SNL. SNL Wolfbane here in 5th place. If you like those jokes, please like, share and subscribe. Don't dislike, okay? I mean, the jokes can disappear very quickly if you don't like them, but maybe comment in the comment section if you know what the joke is. It'd be fantastic. Don't spoil it for people. Daz in 7th place for Red Bull. Right, now you can tell it's a long time since I've done a longer commentary. I'm used to. GNR. Epic album, either. I don't know what's going on in the chat now. I'm lost. Cool Dude Boy, though, in 7th place. He's got Daz right behind him. And Jam is not close enough, really, to Daz, but he's got rid of Paleshi now. We'll be pleased at that. They're no longer racing. We've got Cinnamon in 10th place. He's got Noxie. Oh, we've got a fight happening here with Tiny Terror and the Williams of Digital Blasphemy. So Tiny Terror in the Alpine. He's got Digital Blasphemy ahead of him. Digital Blasphemy is having to do some fuel saving. He's looking slow as well as Tiny Terror makes the move up the inside. No, he's not quite close enough. I think he gave Digital Blasphemy a little bit too much respect actually coming out there, but he's got the overtake button pressed firmly on. He's going to go for the move. Here goes Tiny Terror for 12th place. He gets past Digital Blasphemy. Alpine driver into 12th. And it looks like YOLO is having a great fight as well. No, YOLO's on his own. Rob on drums getting blue flags because the race leader is coming up behind him. Lap 31 for Illusion. Guns N' Roses double album Use Your Illusion. Alright. I don't like Guns N' Roses. There you go. That's controversial for you. Just don't get them. Illusion leading the race, lapping then Rob on drums. Oh no, YOLO's gone off. So will Rob on drums get a chance? Yes, he does. YOLO's stuck in the gravel. Yokas, though, not close enough to take advantage because he's got Intulu following. Gap. About 22 seconds on the grid. Matt Psycho there in 3rd. There's yellow flags happening. Is that YOLO still? YOLO still? Oh, YOLO. Matt Psycho says I'm wasted here. You shouldn't be drinking on a school night, Matt Psycho. Especially with children near you. So, oh, Illusion running wide, coming out that final corner. He's really pushing. Somebody should tell him he's got a 20-some-odd second lead. Oh! Yokas hitting the wall of death as he's been lapped by Intulu. That Psycho's still there. About 3 seconds, so Intulu still knows he's there. Mika telling us that one of many double albums that came out around then, and I believe they were titled I and I. Bunny's in 4th. Using his overtake, he's going for a fast lap. Yes, he is, a 122.2. Can't find Illusion's fastest lap now. It's disappeared. A 122.3 though by Intulu, so Bunny's has got the pace in that Sauber. Remember, he hit the wall at the Death Chicane earlier in the race, so Bunny's actually could have been fighting for a podium here. He's not far away from that Psycho. It's about a 9-second gap. Aye, Captain. Wringing the neck out of that McLaren, says Matt Psycho. You can tell. Matt Psycho absolutely flying in the McLaren. Showing us all how it's done. 5th place is Wolfbane. We'll be happy with that, I think. Debut for Aston Martin, 5th place. You can see the red of the overtake happening now. 6th place is called Dubois, not in the red. He's got Daz chasing him down. Daz, though, in the red on his boost. Be nice to the McLaren, says Wolfbane to Matt Psycho. 8th place is Jam, not using any overtake. Still getting used to the car. 122.9 for Jams, his fastest lap. Perleshi in medium tyre mode. Setting some good times actually on mediums. 123.7 for him, very consistent on lap 30 and lap 31. You can just see Jam up ahead. There is Sinmod in 10th place in the Sauber. 123.3 on the Super Softs. Tiny Terror, he's got himself ahead of Noxie. So Noxie, though, having a look at Tiny Terror. Let's go on board with the Williams driver. This fight for 11th place. Oh, a little touch into the final. A little touch again, just to make sure. But Noxie, I think, backs out of it. He knew there was a few touches happening there. He doesn't want to take advantage of that, as we're on board with the Williams. 12th and 13th place, though, for Williams. I think they both have gone for one-stoppers. Or has Noxie done a two-stopper? Actually, lap 25 looks like he pitted on lap 24. Possibly. So two-stopper for Noxie. And he's ahead of his one-stopping teammate, Digital Blasphemy. So I don't think the one-stopper worked for Digital here. Spent too long on the medium tyres, possibly. Because those mediums have lasted, but he's doing 125s. If we compare that with Illusion, 121.9. Okay. And no Illusion is on a league of his own today. He's got only 1.5 laps left. So Illusion right now looking very dominant. In Tulu in second. Matt Psycho just a little bit far behind now. 123.5. Just losing a little bit time now in that McLaren. A great drive from Matt Psycho. Be happy to be close enough in striking distance of Intulu. And I wonder with Illusion whether he'll be close enough to make the fight. The next round. Bunnies in 4th place in the Sauber. Impressive drive for Bunnies. This race has strung out a little bit at the end of this. Wolfbane in 5th, as the drivers are getting used to these cars, remember. First race of the season. Can often produce races where people do not know where they're at. This is the closest battle actually on the track right now. SNL Daz in 7th place. He's got Cool Duboy right in front of him. He's going to keep the pressure on. And see if he can get 6th place. Daz having that huge accident at the start of the race. Look at that, he's set the same lap on lap 28 and lap 32. Exactly the same lap. 22.962. And Daz. Wolfbane saying he shouldn't have done a 3-stopper. And Matt Psycho say it's got a 2009 Toyota in it at Wolfbane. So that must be the McLaren of Matt Psycho. But Illusion's coming through the final Death Chicane. He survives that. He's absolutely dominated this race. We haven't seen domination like this since Season 2 with Matt Psycho winning early on in that season. And Gazman will be very happy because Ferrari are going to win the first race of the season. Well done, Illusion. In Tulu in 2nd place. About 30 seconds. 20 odd seconds to his teammate. So in Tulu having successful race here. This is going to be his best finish in Formula X. 2nd place for Ferrari. And it's going to be the first 1-2 by any team in Formula X. It's taken us to Season 4 to get a 1-2. Well done, Ferrari. Absolute domination. Matt Psycho in the McLaren is going to finish 3rd. Well done, Matt Psycho. 4th place is Bunnies in the Sauber. Fantastic result for Bunnies. 5th place in the Aston Martin SNL Wolfbane. He did 1 stop extra than everybody else. And sets his fastest lap on the final lap. There is Cool Dubois. He's got Daz all over the back of him. Oh, let's just have a look. Because Daz is using all of his boost. He's used it all. No, don't do that. Using it all in the final corner. Can he get it on the exit? Cool Dubois barely has any fuel left. Cool Dubois, though, is going to take 6th just. Daz is in 7th. 8th place is Jam in the Mercedes. 9th place is Paleshi in the Alpine. 10th place, coming out of the final corner, is Cinemod in the Sauber. So 2 top cars in the top 10 for Sauber. And we'll stop there for Tiny Terror in 11th place because we do not want the replay to run out. So let's have a look at your race results. And the winner of the race was Illusion in the Ferrari. He set the fastest lap of a 1:21.266. Fantastic. It was about 1.1 seconds ahead of everybody else. That is unbelievable pace from Illusion. Second place was his Ferrari teammate in Toulouse, 26 seconds down the road. Third place was Matt Psycho in the McLaren. In fourth place was Bunnies for Sauber. Fifth place was SNL Wolfbane in the Aston Martin. Sixth on his debut, Cool Duboy. We'll be happy with that in Mercedes. Seventh place, SNL Daz for Red Bull. Eighth place, SNL Jam in the Mercedes. Ninth, Paleschi in the Alpine. 10th, GT87 Cinemod in the Sauber. 11th, Tiny Terror in the other Alpine. 12th is Noxie in the Williams. 13th was Digital Blasphemy in the second Williams. Rob on drums was 14th in the second McLaren. 15th was Jocas in the second Red Bull. And 16th place in the second Aston Martin was YOLO. Let's have a look. 59 thousandths of a second between P6 and P7. Look. Yes. 0.077 seconds between Daz and Cool Duboy at the end of the race. Matt says, well done, Ferrari, in your results. So, let's have a look at the championship standings then. And you'll be surprised to hear that the leader of the championship is Illusion. He leads the championship with 26 points. Second place is in Tulu with 22 points. Third is Matt Psycho with 20 points. Fourth is Bunnies with 18 points. Fifth is Wolfbane with 15 points. Sixth is Cool Duboy with 12 points. Daz has got 10 points in seventh. Eighth is Jam with 9 points. Paleschi is in ninth with 8 points. In 10th place is Cinemod with 7 points. Tiny Terror is in 11th with 6 points. Noxie is in 12th place with 4 points. Digital Blasphemy is in 13th place with 4 points. Rob on drums is in 14th place with 3 points. Jocas is in 15th place with 2 points. And YOLO is in 16th place with 1 point. All 16 drivers making it to the end of the race. Fantastic results there for everybody. The team's championship, so in the lead of the championship is Ferrari with 48 points. Second is Sauber with 25 points. Third is McLaren with 23 points. Fourth is Mercedes with 21 points. Fifth is Aston Martin with 16 points. Sixth for Alpine with 14 points. Seventh for Red Bull with 12 points. And eighth is Williams with 9 points. These results are provisional. There is one incident to be had a look at by the stewards. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being patient. Like, share and subscribe. This is Sunday Night League, the SNL Formula X Season 4. Super Formula cars are here. I think that was a successful race. Join us next week for round number 2 at the Red Bull Ring. It's going to be fantastic. We'll see you then. Thank you and good night.